everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and today's video is all about why your ancestors chose you. So for this reading, I've got 4 piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. So you guys can now take a moment and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to, and after you've selected your pile, there are timestamps in the description box below which you can use to jump ahead to your reading to see exactly why it is you that your ancestors chose. So let's get straight into it. Hello, pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's see why your ancestors chose you. So we have 8 of Pentacles, King of Wands, 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords, the Magician, Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, 8 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, okay, and we have King of Pentacles. So we've got 8 of Pentacles coming for you twice, pile 1. So the first thing that I'm getting with this 8 of Pentacles coming up twice for you is that according to your ancestors, and rightfully so, you are an incredibly hardworking person, very hardworking, right next to, and then we have the King of Wands coming up with the King of Pentacles coming up. These two cards are telling me that according to your ancestors, you are a doer, you are a person of action. You know, no matter what it is that you're going through, you will, like, whatever problem it is that you're going through, even it could be like the worst thing ever for you, according to you, that you're dealing with, even then you will do your best to kind of try and find a solution to it. You will try and find a way out of that situation, whatever difficulty that you're facing, whatever challenge it is that you're facing. You will always be in action. You will not give up. You know, you won't be like, oh, this problem is bigger than me and therefore I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gonna wait for someone to come and rescue me. I don't think you believe in that concept in the first place, pile 1. And that is why, you know, you're just like, I know the problem is there, I'm supposed to be the one to deal with it, so you do your best. You know, you always try to kind of figure out your own problems. You always try to figure out your own challenges and to solve them. And not only that, but if it comes to other people as well, especially your family, your relatives, whatever, you also try to solve their problems. It's like people just, like the people of your family, they're automatically drawn to you. They just think that since you're so good at handling your problems, you might be able to help them as well. So that's why your ancestors chose you, pile 1. They chose you to be this person who solves other people's problems, who bring people out of, you know, the worst kind of situations, because we have the 10 of Swords coming up. So I feel like a lot of people normally kind of come to you, they ask for your help when they're in like the most dire of circumstances, when they're in the worst situations. People are not going to call you, or they're not going to contact you for little problems, you know, for something that they can handle, something insignificant or trivial, but they will always call you when they're in the worst of the situations, when they're facing the most difficult times of their lives, because they know that if somebody can help them, if somebody who is going to find a solution for them, it is going to be you. You are this person of action. You know, you're not just gonna sit there and just talk to a person. You're like, no, you have this problem, we need to figure out what to do. Because you know that talking doesn't always help, you know, because if that was the case, people will just, you know, talk to you on the phone or text you or something. But no, they call you, they ask you for help because they know that you will know what to do. A lot of times people face confusion, or if they're facing betrayal or something like that, because 10 of Swords is a card of betrayal, and massive betrayal, like strong betrayal, like the backstabbing kind. So if people kind of have gone through that, you know that you have been the one to kind of help them out of that situation. Why? Because you knew what to do. You have this inherent knowledge, or maybe it's just the way you operate, the way you're always kind of moving around, not sitting and just, you know, being in your head all the time. maybe that's why, because you go out, you talk to people, you try to find the answer, you don't give up, because this is the king energy coming through for you, King of Pentacles and King of Wands. You don't become a king just by sitting and just thinking that, oh, this could be possible, that could be possible. No, you become a king by doing, by proving yourselves. And you, a pile one, have proven yourself time and time again to your ancestors. Whether you know it or not, whether you were trying to do it or not, your ancestors have noticed you, and probably they noticed you from day one that you came into this world, that this pile one is going to be somebody special, because you have that blessing coming through for you from the ancestors, because your ancestors somewhere knew that the universe has created you in a way that will kind of, make you help other people out. Like that is like one of your purpose in life. So obviously and of course when you are being born into a particular family, in a particular bloodline, you are there to help them out as well. So you have helped your family through a lot of difficult situations, with this, like the 10 of Swords situations. You have helped your family move on from that. We have this 8 of Cups coming through for you. It's like the people probably in your family, they kind of didn't know what to do, or they were just really confused or panicking or scared, and you with your calm, collected energy, you with your rational mind, pile one, you kind of came up with the solution. You were like, no, let's not give up. Let's think of something. And we also have this Page of Pentacles coming through for you. Page of Pentacles is like, creating your own opportunities, or taking the smaller opportunities and turning it into something big. So even if you're the kind of person who doesn't need a lot of help, first thing, pile one, you like, if somebody just comes and gives you like one piece of information, like even like a few words of information, you can use that and just do everything. A little goes a long way with you. Just a little piece of advice, a little sense of direction, something, a little message, a short message, something of that sort, a small sign given to you by the universe to help you. It goes a long way for you. So that just like that's why, you have proven yourself to your ancestors. That's why they believe in you. That's why they're like, pile one is the person who will kind of bring the family out of every single problem. I know sometimes it's like a lot of pressure that people are just looking up to you for a solution, and they're like, okay, we don't know what to do, we don't know anything. Pile one is going to help us. It can get really hectic, it can get really heavy for you as well, pile one, because you have your own life to live, you have your own set of problems that you're dealing with. But know that they're looking at you because they know that you can do it. And sometimes you might even feel self-doubt, that I don't know if I can help people constantly with their problems. But the thing is that you can. Should you choose to do so or not, that is totally up to you. But you have the capability of solving literally every problem, because we have the Hanged Man coming here. Because you do not give up. You will come up with the most bizarre solutions that exist out there, but you will use them to get out of a situation, to help a person out. You're not somebody who is one for, conventional thinking. Your mind is very like different. You are always thinking outside the box. Sometimes when you used to do that, people didn't really appreciate it, because they just didn't understand how you could think like that, because you're, like I'm saying, you have a very different mind. Something that you just, and even in your family, you would have noticed, that the way you think, it's completely different as compared to, how your relatives thinks, or how your immediate family thinks. Even if you have siblings or something, they might have the same mindset. Like they might have a lot of things in common, or they might have a lot of similar viewpoints. But when it comes to you, it's like you're completely different. You're completely off the tracks. You're completely off the trajectory. And people will be like, you are different. You're not one of us. You know how sometimes your siblings kind of joke around and talk about, a person being adopted and everything. They might have done that to you because your mindset is so different. So, but that difference, pile one, is kind of, making you that selected person. It's the reason why your ancestors are keeping an eye on you and taking care of you, because they know that no matter what people say about you, no matter what people think about you, in the end, they will come to you for advice. They will ask you, and they will know that if somebody can solve their problem, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how confusing it is, you will always find the answer. Like, your family knows it, your ancestors know it, and they kind of bless you as well. Sometimes they try to guide you as well, because they know, and they might not do that with the other people in your family. You might be the only one, because you are the chosen one. They have chosen you, they have selected you because you are different. You are the one who will kind of, in a way, save your family from all this pain and whatever problems that they're going through. And I feel like for you, it's like a recurring thing. It's not something generational that you're dealing with. You know how some people are kind of chosen to kind of break generational traumas, generational curses, and stuff like that. I feel like for you, pile one, that's not the case. It's more like whatever problems that your family is currently dealing with, no matter how big it is, that's what you're there for. You're supposed to help them in this current time, like in this present, like you're supposed to help them with the present situations rather than something that has been passed down to you from your ancestors, from the past. So for you, it's more like a current thing. Whatever situation is happening right now with your family, that is what you're supposed to kind of help them out with. And then we have this the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles coming through. Kings are leaders. Pile one, they are leaders, and a king is supposed to be calm. A king's job is to lead people and make them feel safe. If you're not feeling safe with a leader, then you're not going to follow that leader, and then you're going to be like really scared and panicked, right? So you have that within you. Maybe it's your aura that you carry or the aura that you exude, but people feel really safe with you. That's why people are not afraid to discuss their problems with you. And you might have noticed that in your family, even outside your family, you have come across people who are really younger, like incredibly younger than you, and then there are people who are incredibly older than you. And all of them, despite your age, whatever, they haven't shied away from sharing their problem with you. Somewhere, they start to, like, at a soul level, they start to understand that, you are more mature than your age, and you are smarter than you look, or you're smarter than people consider you to be. So that's why people kind of start they start sharing their problems with you, because they are essentially feeling safe. The energy that you're giving off is so safe that they're like, yes, we can tell pile one our problems, we can expect them to help us. And pile one, you do not let people down. You really don't. Even if you think and if you fear that you're going to let people down, you don't. And maybe that's why both, like the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, is coming up for you, because you're the king. You gain people's trust and you don't break that trust. That's why the cards are not in reverse here for you. They're upright. That shows that people trust you, and you do a really good job of maintaining that trust. And maybe that's why the Eight of Pentacles is coming up for you as well, because you're working so hard to help everyone, literally everyone. And maybe you're able to do that is because you have dealt with your own issues. You have dealt with your own trauma, your own problems, without asking anybody for help. And the thing is that with you, it's kind of I don't like that when it came to you didn't have anyone to kind of help you out of this situation. And maybe that kind of taught you that, okay, if somebody's in a difficult situation, I'm supposed to help them out. I really wish that, somebody would have been there to help you out as well, because you deserve it, pile one. You deserve to have someone who helps you out, who looks out for you. But I feel like you are kind of, born to be independent. You're born to kind of rely on yourself, no matter, even though it gets really difficult at times. But know that you carry a lot of strength within you, pile one. Strength that others just cannot rival. No matter how old or young they are, they just cannot rival the strength that you possess. And also with this Magician card here and the Hanged Man here, this shows me that you are a very creative individual. And that's another reason why, like, your ancestors have chosen you for to be this light for the family, to be this light for others, even outside of the family. Very creative person. That's why I'm telling you, a little goes a long way with you. Somebody's gonna throw like a bunch of raw material towards you. You are gonna use that raw material and come up with so many different things, so many different solutions, that you'll be able to help everybody out. Even if, like, there's, for example, this is just an example, that there are 50 people coming up to you with a bunch of their problems. Everybody has a different problem, and somebody comes in, or the universe kind of throws a little bit of a solution your way, gives you some piece of knowledge or information, and though it might be like really like a small piece of information, you will use that information and help all those 50 people out. That's how smart you are. That's how creative you are. So of course, when you carry that energy, when you are so intelligent, of course you are gonna be the one in the spotlight. You are gonna be the ones your ancestors notice, and not the other people. That's why your ancestors choose to communicate with you. They choose to bless you, choose to keep an eye on you, and not the others so much, but you are their main focus. You're like, okay, your ancestors are constantly watching. They're just like, okay, what is Pile 1 up to? Let's see. And then your ancestors are also really pleased with you, Pile 1, for all that you have done for the family and for the people outside of the family, and all that you continue to do for the people of the world. And how, like, you never give up. They just love your tenacity, your determination to seek the solution, to find the answers, and to help a person out of their problems. They are so proud of you. I am getting that message, so I am telling you. And according to them, they have made the right choice to kind of choose you. And with this Page of Pentacles here, I feel like a lot of times they try to help you. They try to send new opportunities your way, some new piece of information that you can use. So sometimes I feel like whenever you're feeling stuck or something like that, the answer always comes to you. It's because your ancestors are also watching over you, Pile 1, and they understand when you're in trouble, when you need help, because they know that you cannot ask other people for help because there are so many people relying on you. So they kind of take it upon themselves to help you out, and they kind of communicate with the universe to help you out as well. So I feel like your ancestors are really protective of you. They're really supportive of you, and no matter what, they're watching you, Pile 1. They're protecting you a lot. All right. Now let's see what else we have. Okay, we have imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine One, I send my thanks to thee. So of course, I was talking about you being super creative. It's because your imagination knows no bounds. That's why I'm telling you, you think outside the box, because when it comes to your imagination, Pile 1, one thing is that it's incredibly unique. The other thing is that it's incredibly different, and it's incredibly vast, and nothing is impossible when it comes to your imagination. That's why you come up with all sorts of creative solutions, and your ancestors kind of really appreciate that about you. And it could also be that your ancestors have kind of worked with the universe to bless you with such an imagination, because they already chose you before you even entered this world. They kind of were like, okay, this is the person who's going to help the family out. This is the person who's going to help the world out from the worst of the worst situations. And that's why they might have given you this vivid imagination that might freak other people out at times, but it's also the reason why you're able to help everybody out. All right, we have a safe travel. Keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. So safe travel, like I'm saying, it's not just that you're confined to helping your family. Your ancestors have blessed you with so much power, so much talent and energy, Pile 1, that you're kind of, helping people outside of the family as well. And wherever you go, it happens. And also during your travel, whenever you're traveling, know that the ancestors' blessings and their protection is with you. You might have even come across like situations where you nearly got into an accident or something. You've had some some very close calls as well while you've been traveling. But thanks to the universe, thanks to your ancestors, and thank the God that you were safe. You always came out of that situations unscathed, because your ancestors are there to protect you. Why are they protecting you? Is because they have chosen you for a greater purpose. They're like, pile one has a greater purpose in life. They cannot just leave right now. So yeah, so when you're traveling, know that your ancestors are protecting you, and are watching over you. All right. And then we have love. Of course, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. So I just feel like your ancestors' love for you is immense, pile one. And they also really appreciate how strongly and genuinely you love people. Because of that, because your love is so genuine, they kind of chose you. They're like, this person is so genuine, this person can never even think about harming another person. They pile one loves everyone and anyone they come across, and love like in so many different ways, but you always have that genuine acceptance and love for people, pile one. And that is something that your ancestors really appreciate, and that's why they have chosen you to be like that light, the beacon for other people. All right, so yeah, this is all I have for you, pile one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Let's see why your ancestors chose you. We have 5 of Wands, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and we have Judgment, 2 of Wands, Empress in reverse, Chariot, the Hierophant, and Knight of Swords. Okay, pile two. So why did your ancestors chose you? When I first saw like the 5 of Wands, like right now, when I was laying down your card, and then I have a 10 of Cups right next to it, I got the message that you have been kind of if there's been conflict in your family, some feud, some conflict, disagreement, difference of opinion, you have been the one to resolve that. Now, it could have been between your parents, could have been between your siblings, could have been between your, in your extended family, your cousins, your uncles, aunts, grandparents. But if there has been any feud, or whenever something happens, whenever there's an argument or a fight happening, conflict, you're always the one to kind of get the family out of it. You're always the one who kind of brings the family together, and who makes sure that the family stays together. No matter their differences, no matter their opinions, you make sure that the family stays together. And that's like one of the reasons why your ancestors keep a special eye on you. Like, they focus on you and make sure that you're doing okay, that you're well, because you are doing according to your ancestors, you are a very noble soul, a very noble person, because for you, it's all about peace and love. You are big on making sure that the family sticks together, because probably you understand the strength of a family, you understand the value of each person in your family, and you understand that what it means to have a family. And because of that, you try your level best to make sure that everybody is happy, everybody's living in peace and harmony, and not arguing or fighting. And if you do come across something like that, you're like, okay, I need to resolve this. This cannot go on. And because of that, because of that, the conflicts in your family, they don't last for long, because you don't let them last for long. The minute you get to know about it, you're like, okay, no, I need to sort this out. This cannot continue. The sooner this ends, the better, because you understand that the more the conflict is kind of left or is ignored, the more it grows. And you are like, no way, not happening. So you're big on that, and that's why your ancestors have chosen you, because they understand that you are the reason, you are the bridge, you are the glue that keeps the family together. Pile two. wow, see, we have this Two of Wands coming up here, and these two wands are like together. So you hold people together, you hold your family together. Without you, there's going to be like a lot of chaos, a lot of conflict, and it might take months or years to be resolved, because everybody has their pride, and sometimes their ego gets in the way. So because of that, a lot of people don't resolve the problem. They don't talk to each other. They will never accept their faults, or they will never kind of try and solve the problem. But with you in the picture, it's like the problem doesn't stand a chance, the conflict doesn't stand a chance. It's only you. And with the Chariot here as well, sometimes it gets really difficult for you as well, pile 2. It gets really tiring for you, because you have to kind of manage everybody. You have to listen to everybody, mediate between them. This is like the Chariot card, pulling both the horses, like like in the regular depiction of the deck. It's like this person riding a chariot and holding on to two horses, trying to make sure that they are in alignment, right? Similarly with you, you have to go around, listen to everybody's opinion, whatever their side of the story is, and then you have to mediate between them, like the conflicting parties, and then you have to kind of reach the perfect solution that kind of appeases both parties. So it's a lot work, pile 2, and I commend you, I salute you for what you do, because this is not easy. A lot of times, if there's a conflict, people avoid dealing with it, whether it's the person directly involved in the conflict, or whether it's an outsider, like a third party person. People would avoid facing conflict, they would avoid dealing with it. But you strong, incredible person, you pile 2, you're like, no, avoiding a conflict is not going to make it go away. So you go around, listening to everybody, and then you mediate. And you have done it to the point where people have started trusting you. They are like, yeah, if anybody is going to solve this issue, it's going to be pile 2. They are the only ones who can handle that. They're the only ones who can go around and talk to everybody and understand what has happened. So you're big on resolving conflict, pile 2, and you have resolved, and you have always brought your family together. No matter what the problem was, no matter how big or small it was, you mediated, you stepped in, and you sorted the issue out. Nobody else did that. And because of that, your ancestors have taken a special interest in you, and like they are really watching you. And then we have this Hierophant, like I was saying, you mediate, because the Hierophant is that card of mentorship. It's the card where people are coming up to you and you're trying to kind of tell them that, okay, this, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. So in a way, like no matter how old you are or how young you are, pile 2, you carry a lot of wisdom within you, and you have no problem imparting that wisdom onto other people, and other people also kind of pay attention to what you're saying. They're not going to take your words for granted, or they're not just going to listen to your advice and then just ignore it. They understand that when you're telling them something, when you're saying something, there is a reason why you're saying it, and they should pay attention and listen to it, rather than just focusing on their own ego and their own pride and being like, no, I'm the right one and everybody else is wrong. No, people come to you, and every time there's now a conflict in your family, people just look to you and they're like, okay, let's just go and talk to pile 2, and they'll know who's right, they'll know who's wrong, they'll know how to resolve this issue. So I feel like you have a lot on your plate in terms of that as well. But though you have that, pile 2, but know that your ancestors are watching you. They are keeping an eye on you. They're protecting you, because with the Hierophant here, Hierophant is also this someone who's like really mature. And somewhere I'm getting this message from this card, that this card is kind of talking about your ancestors. And this tells me that your ancestors have blessed you in a really amazing way. And I feel like with this Judgment card here, this is something that you are always meant to do. Like your ancestors kind of worked with the universe to kind of make sure that you be the one who keeps a family together, you'll be the one who resolves other people's problems. And So much so that this is not just like focus on your family anymore. Whenever there's a conflict anywhere, even if like your friends are kind of arguing with each other or they're kind of disagreeing with each other, you are there to mediate between them as well. So this kind of goes beyond just your family. Pile two, this is somewhere I feel like it's your purpose with the Judgment card here, because this is a very karmic card. It talks about karma. So very, it's like you're meant to do this, you're meant to bring peace to this world. And of course you are going to start from your family. When you're bringing peace to your family, then you're able to do it with the people around you. But no matter what it is, no matter, even if you feel like you're insignificant and all that, and you're not making a greater impact on people, pile two, you're doing much more than anybody at your level can do. Like, it's not easy dealing with people. Pile two, it's not easy trying to understand them and then trying to make them understand something. But you have mastered the art of doing that. You have mastered the art of, interpersonal relationships, I would say. And that's why, and I feel like somewhere you also get messages like your ancestors actually try to communicate with you. They talk to you, they try to give you messages, they try to tell you that, okay, this is, for example, if you have come across a conflict which you're finding difficult to resolve because maybe the other person's not listening, or maybe you are not able to kind of figure out how to best approach the problem, you would have noticed that your ancestors kind of come and kind of help you out. They give you the solution, because you have this Queen of Cups right over the Hierophant. So this tells me that your ancestors are really nurturing you, they're really taking care of you, and should you ever want to talk to them, they're open to talking to you. They're eager to talk to you, pile two, because they want you to know that they're there for you. Because this can get lonely, this energy where you are talking to people, you are listening to them, understanding them, because somewhere you're like, why don't people just understand me as well? Why don't people take the time to listen to me, to understand that I'm also going through a lot of things, and I would also like somebody to talk to and somebody to give me advice. But there aren't, the people around you don't really do that. But that's where your ancestors come in, and they want you to understand, pile two, that they are there for you. If you want to talk, if you're feeling lonely, go to them, talk to them, communicate with them. You will get more than what you expected, because you might be like, okay, I'm just going to talk to my ancestors, tell them that, okay, this is what I'm going through. I just want them to listen to me. Maybe some of you want to talk to your ancestors, but you don't expect them to kind of give you a response, because you're like, okay, they're not here, so I'm not going to get a response or anything like that. But pile two, your ancestors have a very unique ways, a lot of unique ways of trying to communicate with you, trying to get the message across to you. So even if like you're trying to meditate and try to communicate with them, you might not get a direct response like that, but you might start seeing signs around you, signs that kind of tell you that your ancestors have listened and they're there for you. You might have noticed that that for some of you, it's not that they talk directly to you, they show you signs instead. But for others, you have openly communicated with your ancestors and you have gotten a response, and all of like those things are there. So any negative thing that you come across, pile two, you are meant to kind of get rid of it. You're meant to eliminate it, cut through it. That is what you're here for, and that's why your ancestors have chosen you, because they're like, yes, pile two is strong enough to do that. So you have like a lot of emotional and you have a lot of emotional intelligence. You are very good with people, pile two. You have a lot of empathy and compassion, not just for yourself or your ancestors, but for and not just for your family, but for everybody you come across. I feel like you'll be a very good therapist if you want, but I don't know, I'm just getting this message from your cards that you are tired, it gets really exhausting for you to deal with people so much. So yeah, so I would suggest that you take some time out for yourself, cleanse yourself of all this energy that is there, because that's a lot of negative energy that you end up carrying, and that really takes a toll on you and your health, pile two. But know that because we have this Ace of Pentacles, right? So that's why, you know, you feel alone, you feel like you're it. And with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like a blessing coming from the universe. So I feel like you have been born as a massive blessing to your family, to your entire family, not just your parents, pile 2, but the entire family, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, whatever extended family you have. You have been born as a blessing because you are the peacemaker. You are the one who's like, no, we're not gonna argue. You're a huge advocate of love and peace, and you strive to do your best to make sure that peace reigns, that everybody is happy, and there nobody's fighting. I feel like just conflict, you get really uncomfortable with that. You're like, no, I'm not gonna allow conflict in my life. Conflict and fighting and arguments have no room in this world, in my world at least. So you try, but then at the same time you get tired as well, pile 2. So I'm just telling you, don't ignore yourself, because we have this Queen of Cups right next to it. Nurture yourself as well. Ask your ancestors to nurture you, to give you that energy, to help you relax, because you are a very important person, pile 2, especially because there's a strong need of peace, you know, there's a strong need of friendship and love in today's world. So, and I feel like you are like a soldier, I would say, a soldier of peace, you know, a soldier of love. If something like that exists, then you are that soldier. But at the same time, you need to take care of yourself as well, because because when you have no one to share your problems with, pile 2, like of course you must be going through something in your personal life as well, because everybody is, but you know, you're just so busy dealing with other people's problems and helping them out, you often forget to ask people for help. Or even if you don't forget and you know you want to ask for help, you just don't do it, because you're like, other people are going through their problems, I don't want to add on to that, I don't want to make them feel bad when they're already feeling so low and miserable. So with that empathy that you have going on, pile 2, it gets really difficult for you to admit that you need help, that you want somebody to talk to, somebody to listen to. So that's what I'm saying. Have something, take care of yourself, because that is important. That is important. And your ancestors are there for you should you choose to talk to anyone. Don't kind of ignore that your ancestors are here telling you that they're there for you. Ask them for help if you want. Ask them to listen to you, to come and talk to you. They're going to do that. All right. And then with this Hierophant energy coming through, you're incredibly wise. I feel like never discredit yourself and be like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. Because you have the knowledge, you know, you have the wisdom. And sometimes you would have noticed that you have the kind of wisdom, you don't even know where you got it from. You're like, I don't remember reading about this. I don't remember how I got this piece of information, and I don't understand how I'm saying such wise, mature things. You sometimes feel confused, and that is the blessing that is coming to you from your ancestors. They're like, pile 2 is doing so much to keep the world together, to make sure that everybody's happy and living in harmony. So yeah, they send that wisdom to you. It probably happens when you're sleeping, probably happened when the day you were born, because maybe you came with that. Your ancestors made sure to impart that knowledge onto you, but they did that. So we have the Empress here. So you are a very abundant being. You know, you are all about keeping the family together, keeping your friends together, but with the Empress in reverse here, I feel like you have a lot of inner abundance. Like, there's more to you than people know. There's more to you than people will ever know, because you have that blessing. You have the hidden blessings of your ancestors, pile 2. So never kind of think that you're alone, because you're not. Okay, we have beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. I mean, of course, like, you're a beautiful soul. And I feel like in terms of physical attractiveness, you are blessed as well, pile 2. And so you are like this person. We have this Empress in reverse here, right? So it's not just the outer beauty that you have so much of inner beauty. And of course, why wouldn't you are so full of love and light for everyone, literally everyone, that of course everybody's going to consider you beautiful. And then obviously everybody is going to come and ask you to help them out. Oh, that is creepy. I did not see that coming. Okay, like I'm telling you, peace. This is you. This is you. All right, Bridget, goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace is flame. So, of course, you are the light. You're carrying that flame of peace. So, of course, you know, your ancestors have chosen you to kind of, they have kind of assigned you that task of being carrying out peace and spreading peace everywhere, wherever you go. And you can see the beauty, like this lady is kind of looking here at this candle. So you shine, you glow, pile 2, you glow with this inner beauty. And of course, this is the beauty of peace, you know. And some of you guys, probably you have peace down to a T. Like you have mastered the art of being peaceful. That nothing stresses you out. If that is the case with you, like no matter what happens, no matter what storm comes into your life, you will never panic. You are always at peace. If you have mastered that, pile 2, I'm telling you, it's a huge blessing. It's a huge blessing from the universe and from your ancestors as well, because this is hardcore. This is incredibly difficult. People, they, no matter, they get old and they kind of, you know, get a lot of experience, but they still aren't able to master peace. You know, they still panic and they still freak out. You, if you have done that, if you're at peace right now and you're always at peace, know that you have that hardly anyone can ever have. And then we have grace. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free, of course. So we have this 5 of Wands here, which talks about conflict, and then we are talking about setting me free here. So of course, whenever there's conflict and everything, you set people free. With this peace, you have not only set yourself free, but you also set people free, because you're just like, why are you tangling yourself in this conflict? You know, you mediate between them, you sort out those issues, align them perfectly, categorize them into different parts, and kind of solve the problem. So you are setting people free, you are giving them grace as well. And just make sure to kind of give that grace to yourself as well, and not be too hard on yourself, pile 2. All right, so yeah, this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's see why your ancestors chose you. So we have Justice in reverse, 7 of Swords. All right, this is interesting, very powerful. We have the Chariot, okay, a Knight of Pentacles, a Queen of Wands, 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords, wow, the Devil. This is getting really powerful, pile 3, and then we have the Knight of Wands, and Queen of Swords in reverse. Pile 3, you are meant for something big. You're meant for something really powerful and tough, you know, because when you're out to do big things in this world, yeah, you face a lot of challenges as well. But the thing is, pile 3, with the Knight of Pentacles coming here and the Knight of Wands coming here, I feel like you are the knight. And what does a knight do? It rescues people, right? It saves the damsel in distress, you know, knight in shining armor and all of those things. I feel like that's what you're here for. That is kind of like your purpose in life. Pile 3 is to kind of, you know, take care of people, to save them. And with all these cards coming up, the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, Justice in reverse, you are meant to take care of the oppressed. You know, you're meant to kind of help them and bring them out, to kind of help them step into their own power. Pile 3. And you are a very strong person, an incredibly strong and independent person, because the number 7 is coming twice for you, because we have the 7 of Swords and the Chariot, which is also like number 7, you guys can see here. So the number 7, it talks about independence, and that's why your ancestors have chosen you to be the voice of the oppressed, to be the voice of the people who are forced to be silent, you know, who do not get their basic rights, or who have been dealt a really terrible hand by the universe, that they're not able to help themselves, and are the people who feel powerless and who are powerless. You are meant to be their voice, you're meant to be their light, and that's why your ancestors have chosen you. because of this whole thing, because the world needs people like you. Not everybody can help themselves even if they want to. People don't like to act, people don't like to be the victim, they don't like to feel helpless, people don't want that. But sometimes their circumstances are such that they cannot help but be helpless. They cannot help but be powerless. And then that's where you come in. You become their power, pile 3. You become their voice, you become their light. And this is something that you have been born with. This is a strength that you have been born with. And your ancestors knowing you, this just proves like that's the reason why they're watching you and they're keeping an eye on you. They have chosen you because you are strong. And with the 7 of Swords here, something tells me that, because we have the 3 of Swords right under it, so I'm getting like multiple messages in terms of this card. One message that I'm getting is that you're able to see people's pain. Like, you can see it. No matter how much people are trying to hide it, you can just see it. You know that this person is not okay. And so, you're able to figure that secret pain out, the pain that is hidden. You are able to see it and bring it out and help the person deal with it. On the other hand, according to your ancestors and your personality, like the strength that you have been granted by the universe, is kind of that tells me, pile 3, that you work in secret. You don't, when you're helping somebody, you don't make a big deal out of it. You know how some people love to kind of post on social media every good thing that they're doing, every good deed that they perform. Like, if they're helping someone, they're giving charity, they like to highlight that and they like to post it on social media and have people acknowledge them and all of that stuff. You don't do that, pile 3. You keep and you have helped so many people, but you haven't told a single soul what you have done for people. Nobody knows. And you have helped so many people that even you don't know. But the thing is that your ancestors keep track of it because they're watching over you. They know exactly what you're doing. So they really appreciate how you're always able to help people out. I feel like somewhere you're like a superhero, or a super heroine. I don't know. But you are that a superhero. You are the savior, pile 3. And your ancestors really appreciate you for it. And then we have the Chariot. I feel like pile 3, no matter what you do, you will always be victorious because you have your ancestors' blessings, because they have chosen you for all that you have done, for all that you do for the people who have no one. I feel like especially you fight for those people, you help those people out who have nobody, who are truly alone in this world. You help those people out. And it's not like that, oh, you're doing massive charities and everything. If you're doing that, great. But sometimes, the best thing you can do for a person is to talk to them, to listen to them, right? To make them feel that, yeah, there is somebody who cares about enough to listen properly to them, right? And you have done that as well. So because of that, your ancestors have taken a special interest in you, and they really truly appreciate you for who you are. And that's why I'm telling you, pile 3, that you will always be a victor. Always. No matter what you do, you will always find success in everything that you do. Even if you're facing really difficult challenges, you will be able to overcome them because you have your ancestors' protection, you have your ancestors' blessing. So no matter how impossible the problem seems or the challenge seems, know that your ancestors are there with you and they're helping you out. All right. So yeah, like, and the thing is that pile 3 with this devil here and the Chariot, because like I'm telling you, you're very independent. So this tells me that nobody can control you. People shouldn't even try to control you because it's not gonna work. You're highly independent. So, but if somebody's trying to stop you from doing something, yeah, no, it's not gonna work. You're gonna do what you feel is right, and you're always going to fight for what is right, no matter the cost. And you do that, and that's why you always emerge victorious, because you stay true to yourself. This card, like, of course, when you're being independent, you are also being true to yourself in a way. You're doing what you want to do. You're not relying on other people, because when you start to rely on other people, when you start to depend on other people, then you have to do things that sometimes go against your morals and your values. And then you and some people even resort to like people pleasing behavior just because they're dependent on someone. So that's not the case with you, right? That's why you are your true authentic self, and that's why nobody should try and control you. Like, no. Even if they're trying to do that, you see this snail it's on top of the crow's head. Your ancestors are protecting you because the shell, you have that protection from the universe. No one can try to control you, like especially when it comes to your mind and your intelligence. No one can manipulate that. You have noticed that as well, that some people who are trying to manipulate you at times, you just see it. You see it coming from a mile away, that what this person is trying to do. And and no matter what they say, it doesn't work. You're not influenced, because you're protected. Your intelligence is protected. Your mind is protected. And because you are chosen, you have been chosen by your ancestors. Pile 3, you lucky person. I wish I had the kind of ancestors that you have, who are so there for you, who are so protective of you. And then we have this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Swords in reverse here. So people who need healing, pile 3, you are that person. You are that healer, because this Queen of Swords is in reverse. So this tells me that this is the kind of people you help. The people who are stuck, who are struggling in terms of healing, you are there for them. You make efforts for those people. And because this is a Queen card coming up, people also trust you a lot. And why wouldn't they? Since you're so kind and so giving and so generous. Like, you are like an angel, pile 3. I'm not even exaggerating here, because this is not something that everybody can do. Because at times people are so caught up in their own lives and their own problems that they don't see anybody else. But in your case, it's like you just see everybody's pain. You see everybody's suffering. Sometimes you don't want to, because you're like, there's so much suffering in this world. And sometimes it gets really tiring for you, pile 3, and rightfully so, But know that you are helping them. You're the one who is kind of bringing them out of that darkness. You are helping them become more independent. It's you who's doing it. Sometimes you're aware of it, sometimes you're not aware of it. But you don't give up on people, pile 3. And that's why your ancestors are never going to give up on you. They will always be there for you, always going to be protecting you. And with the 7 of Swords and the Chariot card coming up for you, like the Queen of Wands, I am getting this message that they often kind of try and communicate with you in secret. I'm talking about your ancestors. If you're meditating, or if you're by yourself especially, or you're about to go to sleep, even in your dreams, you get visions. You get your ancestors come to talk to you. They try to communicate with you, because it's their way of kind of showing their support. And they have blessed you with a lot of power. And you would have noticed that if, God forbid, you have been through some sort of suffering, if you have been through some heartbreak, it was not somebody around you who came to help. It was your ancestors who came to help you. Through the messages that they sent, through the signs that they gave you, that helped you heal. That helped bring you out of that darkness. So in a way, like, your ancestors have always been there for you. And you, pile 3, you might notice that you have a stronger connection with your ancestors as compared to any other member of your family. You are that one who they helped directly. Like, there was some direct contact between you and your ancestors, in terms of if you have been struggling, if you were dealt with you were dealing with some sort of injustice, or some sort of heartbreak. If you were feeling confused, or maybe there was somebody who was trying to kind of control you or something, and I'm talking about this being like a long time ago, or even if it was recent, you would have noticed that your ancestors came to the rescue. They helped you come out of this situation, because even if people were coming and trying to talk to you, it just wasn't working. You weren't okay, and you weren't getting the solution. You weren't healing, you weren't finding the healing that you needed. It's not until that your ancestors came and talked to you and tried to help you that you were able to kind of conquer this situation and emerge victorious. So that's why I'm telling you, you have a stronger connection with your ancestors as compared to any other member of your family. Whether it's immediate, whether it's extended, doesn't matter. You are that chosen person. You are the one your ancestors have chosen to help, because they know that you're meant to be the light for people. I mean, of course, they are part of the energy now. They're part of the universe now. So, of course, they understand what the universe is planning at times. And that is why, they're like, no, a pile 3 is meant for big things. And so we need to get them out of these problems, because they have so many other people they need to help. And it's maybe something that you're born to do. It's your purpose in life to be the voice and the light for the people who are in perpetual darkness, who have no power in this world, right? So, wow, you have a big task on your shoulders, pile 3. I know you might feel a lot of pressure, and rightfully so. This stuff is not easy that you deal with, especially when you're able to see people suffering. When you just look at them, and no matter how happy and excited they're trying to be, you're able to sense their pain, and that's difficult at times. I totally understand that, but know that you're not alone. Your ancestors are there with you. They are there to fight with you. They're there to help you, guide you should you need it. Right? But the thing is that with this Queen of Wands, I feel like you are already so incredibly independent. And of course, we have the Seven of Swords coming up, the Chariot coming up. You're so highly independent that most of the time you don't even need their help, because you can do everything on your own. And also with this Queen of Wands here, pile 3, you are a very creative person and a very passionate person. Very passionate. And I feel like maybe this is where your passion lies, when you're helping people. It's exhausting, but you're very passionate about it. And because you believe in freedom, you believe that everybody deserves to live a good life. So you make efforts. You make a lot of efforts, because this Queen of Wands, she is the queen of efforts. She is the queen of action. You're not, even if somebody requires healing, you will make sure that that person gets healing, no matter the kind of healing that they need, whether it's physical, psychological, emotional. You will make the efforts. And I feel like somewhere down the line, pile 3, you'll be doing a lot of charity. You'll be taking care of a lot of people. Maybe some of you guys are in the healthcare profession as well. And if that is the case, then yeah, down the line you will be helping so many people, and you're already helping so many people. You're helping them heal. You're helping them function in society. You're doing a very noble thing. That's why I'm calling you angels, and I'm saying that you have a lot of healing energy within you, and that's why your ancestors are like, we need to pay attention to pile 3. We need to kind of make sure that they're okay, because they're dealing with a lot. They have a lot of pressure, but know that with the Chariot here, pile 3, that you will always be victorious. Always. So no challenge that will come your way, you will always win. We have the Knight coming here. Knight of Wands, you will not. When you see a problem, pile 3, you charge headfirst into it, and you win, because you are like, no, I am, because you kind of decide that, okay, I want to win this, because you're not going to give up. You're like, failure is not an option for me. I can fall as many times as the universe kind of pushes me down, but I will always get back up, because I am not going to accept failures, and I'm not going to accept other people failing as well. So that's why you don't give up on people, because sometimes there are people who don't want to heal at that particular time. They want to kind of live in their suffering, but you're like, no, I understand you're not ready to heal, but that doesn't mean that you're going to give up. So you also don't give up on people. You just try to make sure that everybody is kind of on their way to living their best life. All right, so let's see what else we have. Oh, okay. We have a Courage. I told you, by shining, brave, true, and bright. My courage now returns this night. That's what I'm telling you. You are the rescuer. You are the savior. You do not shy away from helping people out. You have seen a lot of suffering in your life, pile 3. Some of it has been your own, but most of it has been around you, the people you see. But that has never kind of, scared you. You're like, no, I will charge forward. No matter how impossible the situation seems, pile 3, you do not shy away from it. You're like, no, I am going to move forward and I'm going to go. I'm going to solve this and I'm going to win. So you have a lot of courage and a lot of bravery, and I'm so proud of you for that. All right, then we have study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. So pile 3, another reason why your ancestors have chosen you. I was telling you, your ancestors have studied you. They know, like, they're part of the universe now. So they know when you are coming. They were studying you, they were studying your soul, understanding, okay, this is what they need. So because of that, you have so much knowledge. You understand people's pain without having to kind of tell you. But at the same time, you're very good at studying people as well. Maybe this is also something that you love to do when you're alone, when you're just sitting by yourself. You get a chance to observe people. You love to do that because you love to study people. You love to observe them and see what it is that they're going through. And considering how much experience you have, because study, you might have gained a lot of knowledge, because like I'm telling you, you can just see people's pain. They don't have to tell you, because you have studied them, because you have studied maybe body language, psychology, I don't know, but you can just sense, because you have the knowledge and you'll always have it. Energy. A light inside my fire, divine energy, fill me, make me shine. I told you, with the Queen of Wands here, this is the Queen of Action. You are an incredibly passionate person, and you have a lot of fire inside of you, a lot of energy inside of you. And that energy will always kind of, encourage you to help people out, encourage you to kind of take on new challenges, never give up. And your ancestors see that. And probably this energy also comes to you from your ancestors, because they have blessed you with it, because they know that you're meant to do all these great things in life, to make a strong impact on people. So you're going to need your energy. That's why, like I'm saying, whatever you do, normal people will just get really exhausted and they'll be like, we can't handle this. We cannot handle seeing people in so much pain and everything. It's not up to us. But yeah, you have been gifted with this energy that kind of makes you face so many different challenges, even in terms of people. And then you also are successful in overcoming those challenges. All right, so yeah, this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's see, why did your ancestors choose you? So we have 6 of Swords in reverse. Okay, we have Page of Wands, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, King of Cups, High Priestess, and we have the Ace of Wands. All right, pile 4. I don't know how you guys are going to take this, but with this Ace of Wands being, this torch, you are like the torch, pile 4. You are meant to be the light. You're meant to be the guiding source for a person. Fire is also the element, like fire is also considered to be very healing. So you are also meant to heal and cleanse. So the reason your ancestors have chosen you is for the purpose of kind of bringing your family and the people around you towards the future. Like, I feel like there's a lot of kind of generational pain, generational trauma, it's more like pain and trauma rather than a curse per se, that you're kind of meant to bring your family out of it, your immediate family as well as your extended family. But also this goes beyond your family. This goes out at a macro level, and that means that you're supposed to bring people towards the future. That talks about your friends, your circle, people anybody who's been suffering for a really long time, you are meant to be the one to end their suffering. You are meant to be the one to bring healing to them. You are the one who's meant to kind of cleanse them of the pain of the past. So you are meant to bring a lot of healing to other people, pile 4. And the reason why I was saying that some of you might not like to hear that is because this is a lot of work. This is like a lot of pressure to deal with, you know. It's not easy bringing that healing to everybody, because you also need to kind of take care of yourself. And of course that goes without saying that you need to take care of yourself. And but the thing is that with this King of Cups here, your ancestors know, pile 4, that you have mastered your emotions, that you are in control of them. You have understood them to the point where you know, like you have gained a lot in terms of emotional intelligence over the years. Now not only are you able to understand your emotions, but you're also able to understand the emotions of other people. And that's why, because when you're able to understand somebody at an emotional level, you're able to establish a connection with them. And then you, with that connection, you're able to kind of help them out, because once that connection is established, the people will start trusting you, and then they will start kind of accepting and trusting what you have to say. And then they will kind of follow your advice. And because of that, they'll be able to kind of, you know, come out of this Six of Swords in reverse energy, because this card popping up in reverse means that, you know, you're just stuck in the past. You're not able to move forward in life, even though you're meant to. You know, you're meant to move forward, because you have the Two of Wands coming up. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So you kind of guide people towards their happiness, a pile 4. You have done that a lot. Some of you guys might be aware of it. You guys might know that, yeah, I really did do that. You know, if that person is happy and successful today because of me. And that person, I'm pretty sure, even gives you credit, that if it wasn't for you bringing me out of that situation, I wouldn't be where I wouldn't be so happy. But for others, you might not be aware of that. Maybe because your help, the way you help them out, you know, either you kind of just brought them out. You did not see them gain their happiness, or it could be that you helped them out in a subtle way, and you know, that impact, this happiness kind of came to them in a subtle way. So something that you just couldn't see. But that doesn't mean that you haven't helped people, right, pile 4? You have brought them, you bring people towards happiness. You just do that. You going to, because we have the Three of Pentacles coming up, so you bring that support to people, because maybe that's what people need, you know. Sometimes people need somebody there who will help them move forward in life. As much as people want to do that by themselves all the time, sometimes they need somebody, and you are that somebody, pile 4. So yeah, you have provided that support to your family as well. And I feel like because of you, we have this Ten of Pentacles coming up. I feel like because of you, and we also have this Ace of Wands, and I'm telling you that this Ace of Wands is you. So because of you, a pile 4, your family is together. Like, you have really solidified the bonds between your family members. I would say that, yeah, you are the glue, but it's not that, because if you are the glue, then, you know, without you, your family will break apart. So, but that's not the case in Europe. I got this message for pile 2 as well, but for them it was more like that, yes, they were the glue, they were the ones holding it, the family together. But in your case, it's like you have helped them become more independent. You know, you have helped them establish their own bonds between each other. So even if you're not there, your family will stick. You know, they will stay together. But you have been the key. You have been the reason why they were able to establish those bonds in the first place. You brought your family together, and you're the reason why they'll always stay together. Even if you're not in the picture, you can rest assured, pile 4, that your family isn't going anywhere. They will be together. They will stay united. All thanks to you. All thanks to you. All right. And like I was saying, because, you know, not only are you able to kind of understand your emotions, and you have studied yourself and your emotions, but you have helped other people do that as well. You have helped people understand their emotions and the problems that they're dealing with, and how those problems kind of make them feel. So in a way, you are like the perfect teacher, I would say, pile 4, because you're giving the perfect kind of knowledge that is needed. Because you're not just going around and being like, okay, depend on me and I will help you out. No, you're like, I am going to teach you how to help yourself. And that way, whether I'm there or not, you'll be able to help. You'll be able to move forward in life and be a stronger version of yourself than you were before. Who are you, pile 4? Who are you? You are you're such an incredible person. This is downright divine, I would say, because this is not and that's the vibe I'm getting from your cards as well, that you are something else. You have a really unique energy, and that explains that just goes to show why your ancestors have chosen you, because a person like this deserves all the blessings of the universe. They deserve to be recognized and appreciated by everyone. And that's why your ancestors have chosen you, and rightfully so. Like I'm there to support your ancestors in their decision of choosing you to be that guide, to bring people out of their pain, out of the trauma that they have been suffering for so long. You are the right person for that, even though yes, you also need to kind of take care of yourself, and you're human and you need a break from time to time. You have every right to take that break, and please, pile 4, please take that break. People will be there for you to help them, but you need to help yourself as well. You need to make sure that your cup is full before you go around and kind of filling other people's cup, right? If your cup is empty, then you won't be able to help people, right? So you come first, pile 4. Never forget that. You come first. Your health, your mental health, your physical health, it comes first. Your well-being comes first. And then that's why you're able to help people effectively, because you're okay. So be okay, pile 4. I want you to be okay. And then we have this 7 of cups here. We have this page of wands here. I feel like another reason why your ancestors have chosen you, pile 4, is because you are a very curious person. Very curious. You want to learn everything. You want to know everything. You want to know everything about everything. No matter if it's something that you're interested in, whether it's something that you're not interested in, whether it's something that you're good at or not so good at, you want to learn. You want to know everything about it. And when a person is so open to everything like that, of course, your ancestors will take an interest in you, because they're like, this person is willing to explore. This person is willing to grow in life. This person is willing to experience new things. And because of that, because of your this energy that you possess, this zeal for life that you have, your ancestors are like, yeah, this pile 4 is the one they need to watch. The pile 4 is the one they need to keep an eye on. Because of course, when you are, I don't know, just getting this a cautionary message for you, pile 4, that yeah, when you are so curious about everything, sometimes you do come across energies that are not suitable for you, energies that might harm you, like the negative energies. So of course, in that case, your ancestors are like really there to protect you. And we also have this high priestess here. So I do see that you have a strong psychic connection with your ancestors, pile 4. They have established that connection because somewhere in the psychic realms, they want to protect you. Because you will be open to talking to them. You'll be like, yeah, okay, I want to explore other realms. I want to explore the other energies that are in this world and beyond. But that is where your ancestors come in and be like, okay, you can do that, but we are going to be there to protect you as well. So that's why you have a strong psychic connection with your ancestors. And this is something that probably you have, or even if other people have it, it's not as strong as the connection you have with your ancestors. For example, if you have a sibling, they might also have that connection with the ancestors, like a psychic connection, but yours is so much stronger. You get the messages you receive are clearer than what your sibling might receive. Because of this, because your ancestors are like, pile 4 is meant to help a lot of people. And Of course, they're interested in learning a lot of new things. So yeah, because you're open to new things, you're open to new experiences, you do not shy away from anything, pile 4. So in a way, you're incredibly brave as well, and that's why your ancestors have chosen you for all of this, chosen you to help people out. So never kind of think that, oh, what is my purpose, or why am I even here? You're here to do what other people just can never do, pile 4. And it's to take people towards their happiness, to help people out of the 6 of Swords in reverse energy and take them to this energy, this beautiful energy, this beautiful happiness that they're meant for. You do that because you are like this King of Cups. You have it all under control. So even if people are saying bad things to you, they're being mean to you, it doesn't faze you, because you're like, I know who I am. Today this person is saying bad things to me, maybe tomorrow they will say good things to me. And even vice versa, so you never take things personally. And that, pile 4, that is another superpower that you possess. And maybe this is something, and that's why you get to wear the crown. Anybody who wears a crown is somebody who is taken, who is acknowledged, who is appreciated, and who just cannot be ignored. So because of your emotional intelligence, because of the command you have over your emotions, the hold you have over yourself, makes you this perfect person, this perfect candidate. If somebody is trying to plan for their future, somebody wants to go towards their future, somebody wants to have a solid relationship, you are that person who can help them out with that. Even if it's like a relationship with themselves that they want to establish, you will help them with that. Because you understand emotions, not just yours, but everybody else's. You understand them at a core level. So if somebody's coming up to you and being like, oh, I'm so scared, and this, and I'm excited at the same time, I feel all jittery and everything, you'll be like, no, you're not scared or excited or anything, you're just something, You'll just figure out the core emotion. You'll be like, this is what you're actually feeling, and you're translating in all these different things. Probably it has even happened to you. You're like, this person is saying that they're upset or something, but in reality, they're not upset. There's something else that's going on with them. I don't know how you got this intelligence, pile 4. Maybe it was because of all the experiences that you've had. Maybe it's a blessing from the universe. I don't know, but I would come out and say right now that I wish I had this kind of a superpower as well, because this is like the best thing that can happen to a person, that can happen to an individual, because of this, once you have control over your emotions, you are well on your way to your higher self. You're well on your way to becoming the best version of yourself. And pile 4, I feel like you are the best. According to your ancestors, you are the best. And that's why you are the chosen one, because you are the best. And with this high priestess here, now the message that I'm getting is that it's not just the connection that you have with your ancestors. It's you are born to be psychic. You have a strong psychic connection with the energy of the universe, with the universe itself. So you also help people out. Sometimes people are dealing with psychic blocks. The 6 of Swords in reverse, sometimes it could be like a psychological thing or a psychic thing, something that's not, tangible, something that's not related to the physical world. Whatever it is, you are able to kind of figure that out and help people out in terms of that as well. So people are able to move forward. People have a chance at a future once again, because of you, pile 4. Not because of anybody else. Not because, they're just like, oh, somebody else came and helped us out and they showed us the light and everything. No, it's because of you. Because you gave people that power. You kind of helped people regain their own independence. And you are not afraid to try new methods. You are not afraid to help new people. And somewhere I feel like because you have such a control over your emotions, I feel like you now understand people at a soul level. You just know what this person needs. because not everybody, not like I'm saying, since you're not afraid of helping new people, you're not afraid to try new things. That's why you understand that, okay, this person is not going to understand with this technique, I have to try something else. And you just know it, you get that message because of your psychic connection. You get the message that, okay, this is what the person needs, this is what is going to help them move forward in life. Healers, mystic healers, that's what you guys are. And without you, yeah, people will be taking a really long time to kind of move forward in life. Pile 4. All right, so let's see what else we have. Success. Success, that's true, belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. Of course, we have the King of Cups here. You're meant for success. Pile 4. And your ancestors have kind of chosen you for success. That's why, like, a lot of things that you do end up being very successful, even if the success is small, you know. Sometimes a success comes in a way which we don't expect. So right now, if you're like, no, I'm not successful, I consider all like the small successes that you had, and then also think about like when things didn't go your way and how that turned out in your favor. You know, that's also success. Then we have authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Told you, like, you know your worth, man. Pile 4, you know it. You've understood yourself and you're like, yep, this is me. I don't need to kind of pretend to be somebody else. If people like me, sure. If they don't, that's fine. I'm not going to kind of, give up on being myself. And because people see that truth in you, people see your authentic self, that's why they end up trusting you so much. Then you establish that connection with them, and then you're able to help them out, and people listen to you because they know that you're genuine, that you're authentic, that you're not pretending to be somebody you're not, So yeah, keep that up, Pile 4. Never kind of be anybody else. You are amazing. And that's a really small word for what I actually want to say, but that's the only word I'm getting at this point, that you are simply amazing for being who you are. All right. Then we have friendship. Bring to me a friendship true, sharing laughter, understanding too. 10 of Pentacles, I told you. Always sticking together. Your family, your friends, they will always be together because you have established that bond with them. Friendship is a bond, right? It's a relationship. So once you have established that, you have solidified it. Actually, your presence have kind of cemented that bond between people. And that's why even when you move on, when you go and help other people out, the people who are there, who you helped in the past, even if they're calling you 10 years later, they will say, yeah, we are still together. So I feel like somewhere you'll also be very good in terms of couples therapy. If that is something that you're interested in, you want to learn, you want to study that, you can do it. I feel like you'll be very good at that because you understand relationships so well. All right, so yeah, this is all I have for you. Pile 4, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.